Hello everyone. This time, we will introduce the charm of staying in a traditional Japanese old house and spending a special time, as if you went back in time, under the title Time Slip. Experience a luxurious time spending in a Japanese old house. 1. What is an old house? Old houses refer to traditional Japanese wooden houses, built mainly before the Meiji era. They are characterized by their unique structures, such as thatched or tiled roofs, thick beams and pillars, and earthen floors, that are suited to the climate and environment of the region. These buildings are indispensable for a deep understanding of Japanese history and culture, as they are full of the craftsmanship and aesthetic sense that have been cultivated over many years. In recent years, there has also been a trend to renovate old houses and use them as accommodation facilities, cafes, galleries, etc., and their value is being re-evaluated in new ways while retaining the traditional charm. For example, inns that have been renovated from Kyoto, townhouses have been designed to keep the traditional structure intact and incorporate the latest facilities to make your stay comfortable. As a result, they have become attractive destinations for both domestic and international tourists. 2. The appeal of staying in an old-style house. Away from the hustle and bustle of modern life, staying in an old-style house surrounded by silence and nature is a luxurious time that refreshes both body and mind. Below are the main attractions of staying in an old-style house. Experience history and tradition by staying in an old-style house that is over 100 years old. You can directly experience the lifestyle and architectural techniques of the time. For example, the Amano residence in Yamanashi Prefecture is 150 years old, and is known as the home of a village headman, who was active during the Meiji Restoration. By spending time in a space with thick beams, shoji screens, and a hearth that are unique to old-style houses, you can get a real feel for what life was like at that time. In addition, at night, the moonlight shines through the shoji screens, creating a fantastic atmosphere. Harmony with nature. Many old-style houses are located in beautiful natural environments, and you can enjoy the scenery of the four seasons. In an old-style house in Hirayu Onsen, Gifu Prefecture, you can enjoy the rich nature of Okuhida. Another attraction is that you can enjoy different expressions depending on the season you visit, such as cherry blossoms in spring, deep green in summer, autumn leaves in autumn, and snowy scenery in winter. In addition, you can enjoy breakfast while listening to the murmuring of the river and the chirping of birds, and spend a luxurious time that you cannot experience in the city. Enjoy local culture and food during your stay. There are plenty of cultural experiences available, such as traditional dishes made with local ingredients, local festivals and crafts. At old house stays in Nagasaki Prefecture, you can enjoy dishes made with fresh local ingredients. In addition, there are facilities where guests can experience things like chopping firewood and making miso. So it is also attractive that you can experience the local life closely. In addition, you can learn how to make Japanese paper and pottery at Handmade Experience classes held by local craftsmen, so you can take home your own work as a memento of your trip. At old house stays, you can not only stay overnight, but you can also experience the history and culture unique to the area. In recent years, it has become increasingly popular not only among tourists, but also among people in Japan as a place to heal the soul, and it will become one of the lifestyles that will attract more and more attention in the future. 3. Recommended old-style inns. There are many charming old-style inns all over Japan. Below are some particularly recommended inns. Tokushima Prefecture, Tenku no Shuraku, thatched roof old-style house stay. Located in the mountainous area of Tokushima Prefecture, which is considered one of the 3 most remote areas in Japan, you can enjoy a stay in an old-style house with a thatched roof. The quiet environment is attractive for stargazing and nature walks. There is also a plan that includes meals where you can taste local cuisine, so you can fully enjoy the charm of traditional Japanese cuisine. In addition, there are plenty of activities that allow you to experience traditional Japanese life, such as gathering around the hearth and chopping firewood. Kyoto Prefecture, Miyama Town, old style in about an hour and a half by car from Kyoto City. Miyama Town is home to a thatched roof village, where you can stay in a traditional old-style house, along with the scenery of the four seasons. The cuisine, made with local ingredients and the countryside experience are attractive. Guests can actually experience traditional rural life, such as rice, planting and harvesting, making miso paste and soba noodles. Some inns are affiliated with nearby hot spring facilities, so you can also enjoy a day trip to the hot springs. In winter, the snowy scenery spreads across the land, and hot pot dishes around the hearth are popular. Old House in Udatane no Sato, Nagasaki Prefecture. Located on a remote island in Nagasaki Prefecture, You can enjoy a stay in a quiet environment surrounded by the sea and mountains. You can enjoy island time while tasting fresh local seafood. In particular, there are programs available for fishing, kayaking, and interacting with local people, which are experiences you cannot get in the city. In addition, there are plenty of unique activities, such as the island's traditional craft of indigo dyeing and a fishing tour with local fishermen. Old House Stay in Zhao, Yamagata Prefecture. Located in Zhao, Yamagata Prefecture, surrounded by beautiful nature in all 4 seasons, you can stay in a traditional old house. In winter, it is a bustling ski resort, and in summer, you can enjoy trekking and hot springs. Guests can experience harvesting in collaboration with local farmers, and take part in workshops to make traditional crafts, allowing them to experience the local culture. In the fall, there are events to view autumn leaves, and in the spring, there are events to pick wild plants, allowing them to fully enjoy the blessings of nature in each season. Michiya Inn in Kurashiki Beacon Historical Quarter, Okayama Prefecture. This inn is a renovated townhouse in the Beacon Historical Quarter of Kurashiki City, Okayama Prefecture, where you can spend a quiet time in a charming townscape. There are plenty of tourist attractions and cafes nearby, making it a great place for a stroll. Guests can enjoy denim product making, a traditional craft of Kurashiki, and besenware pottery experience. In the evening, you can listen to local folk music performances held under the eaves of the townhouse, allowing you to feel the atmosphere of the Edo period. In the morning, a Japanese breakfast unique to the Beacon Historical Quarter is served, adding color to the start of your trip. These old-style inns are precious places, where you can spend a relaxing time while experiencing traditional Japanese architecture and culture. Why not leave the hustle and bustle of the city, and refresh your mind and body in an extraordinary space surrounded by history and nature? 4. Guest reviews. The following comments have been received from guests who have actually stayed in a traditional Japanese house. Extraordinary luxury away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Staying in a quiet traditional Japanese house was a great way to relax. Spending time in a historic building felt like going back in time. Surrounded by the warmth of the wood and the scent of the tatami mats, I was able to truly relax. I enjoyed the leisurely flow of time that I cannot experience in my everyday life. I was also able to experience the unique atmosphere of the beams and pillars that are over 100 years old, and reflect on the history that the building has woven. Furthermore, enjoying tea while looking at the charming garden was the height of luxury. Interaction with local people. Through the warm interactions with the owner of the inn and the neighbors, I was able to gain a deeper understanding of the culture and history of the area. Listening to old stories and traditional events from the locals, I felt as if I was living in that era. I also had the opportunity to cook home-style meals together and taste local specialties, which were unforgettable memories. In particular, I had the opportunity to participate in the Moto Festival, where the sound of the Japanese drums made my heart leap, and I was able to feel closer to traditional Japanese culture. Also, gathering around the hearth created an exchange that transcended generations, and I felt as if I was part of a family. A sense of unity with nature. I woke up to the chirping of birds in the morning, and looked up at the starry sky at night. I was able to experience a life that was one with nature. I was moved by the beauty of the scenery in each season, and spent a time that cleansed my soul. Breathing in the clear air to the fullest, I was able to forget the busyness of everyday life by walking around the nearby mountains and rivers during the day, and talking around the hearth at night. In addition, I went to a nearby hot spring and soaked in the hot spring water, which not only healed my body but also warmed my heart. During my walk in the morning sun, I walked along a road with a rural landscape, and felt a sense of freedom that I could not experience in the city. 5. Summary. Staying in a Japanese old folk house is a special experience, where you can spend a spiritually enriching time through history, nature, and interaction with people. Why not escape from your daily life and experience a luxurious moment as if you had traveled back in time? Immerse yourself in the silence and charm of an old folk house and enjoy a moment to forget about your busy days. If you are interested in this video, please subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.